Hiya, my name's Rebecca Matveyeva and I'm from 5 Star English, and today this tutorial is going to show you how to talk about the future using English tenses. So the tenses that you can use, well, you can use 6 out of the 12 English tenses. As you'd expect, you can use the future simple, the present continuous, the present simple, and then the future perfect, the future continuous, and the future perfect continuous. But which tenses belong with which situations? That's what I'm going to help you with now. Let's start with the future simple, so the tense that you usually meet first when talking about the future in English. This is will plus the verb in the base form, so without to. Okay, so this is used for predictions, so when you've said I think, I believe, okay, or you can use it for spontaneous plans, ideas that you've just had at that moment. So let's have a look at some examples. I think you will like our new boss. He's a nice guy. Will like. So future simple because it's a prediction. I think. And another sentence. What are your plans for the evening? I don't know. I will probably just watch TV. It's an idea that has just come to mind in the last few seconds. It's not a fixed plan, it's a spontaneous plan. So I will probably just watch TV. I will watch TV. Okay, so future simple for predictions and spontaneous plans. The next tense is present continuous, and that's obviously to be in the correct form plus ing form of the verb. So the present continuous is more than just a present tense. You use it in English to also talk about the future. What future? Fixed, agreed plans made in advance. So anything you are sure that you are going to do or that you are not going to do. And you can also use it for predictions when you have solid evidence, when you are sure, with going to. Let's look at some examples. What are your plans for the evening? I'm meeting my friend and we're going out for a drink. We say I am meeting, we are going, present continuous, because it's a fixed plan and you have agreed it with your friend. It would sound strange in English to say I will meet my friend and we will go out for a drink, because it's your plan, it's not spontaneous and it's not a prediction, it's fixed. So use present continuous. What about predictions based on solid evidence? Here's an example sentence. Look at those black clouds. It's going to rain. You are sure, you can see that this is going to happen. So we use present continuous with going to. The next tense is present simple, so the first form of the verb, or he, she, it with s, if you remember. So we usually use this to talk about routines and daily activities, things that we do regularly. But you can use present simple to talk about the future as well. In what way? It's for timetabled events. So if the future event would start or finish without you, then you would use present simple. It's been timetabled, so it doesn't matter if you are there when it starts or finishes. Present simple for future timetabled events. Think transport, think films, think meetings. They all have a timetable. We need to get to the airport. They land in 10 minutes. So the plane is going to land whether you are at the airport or not. So we use present simple to talk about this. The film starts at 7, so don't be late. Remember, the cinema will not wait for you, so we use present simple to talk about the film timetable. It's the same with questions. What time does the film start? What time does the plane depart? So that's present simple for future timetabled events. The next tense is future perfect, which is will have plus third form of the verb. So getting a bit more complex now. When do we use the future perfect? Well, we use it to talk about future events that are not complete now, but they will be at a fixed point in the future. So we choose the fixed point, and we are talking about an event that is in the process, probably now, but it isn't finished. And we are discussing the point in future when it will be finished. So for this reason, we often use it with the preposition by. Okay, so by 7 o'clock, by tomorrow. Let's look at an example. I'm busy at the moment. Could you call me back in 1 hour? I will have finished my work by then. So, in 1 hour, that is my fixed point in the future. My action is work. It is not complete now, but I know that in 1 hour it will be complete. Okay, maybe not in exactly 1 hour, but by the time that has elapsed. So let's look at a timeline to illustrate this. We have the time now and my fixed point in future, 1 hour from now. I'm in the process at the moment of working. I haven't finished work yet, but at some point before 1 hour from now, I will finish work. So that's the reason we say I will have finished my work by then. So you are almost looking from the future back into the past. I will have finished my work in 1 hour. The next tense is future continuous, so will be plus the ing form of the verb. And this is for events that will be in process at a chosen point in future. So it's not like the perfect. We're not talking about events that will be finished. This time we're talking about events that will be in process. And we often use this with phrases like this time tomorrow, this time next week. You are looking forward to what will be happening. This time next week, I will be sitting on a beach. I'm going on holiday and I can't wait. So you're looking towards the process of sitting on a beach. You will be sitting on a beach this time next week. The next tense is the future perfect continuous, the last tense that we can use to talk about the future. And this is a complex construction. Will have been plus the ing form of the verb. Now then, we don't often see this in English, but we do use it for events that will reach a milestone, so a special anniversary at a chosen point in future, and they will continue after that point. So things that are in the process now, they will reach a special anniversary and then they will continue. And the situations, as I say, are limited, so you don't often meet it, but it's a good idea to know it and to know which situations you can use it in. And if you ever use this tense in front of me, I will be very, very impressed. So let's have a look at an example. Next Tuesday, I will have been working here for exactly 20 years. So next Tuesday is the milestone, your fixed anniversary, your chosen point. You already work here now. or you are working here now. It is a process, and in the future it will reach the 20-year mark, the special anniversary. And then after that, you expect to continue. That's why it's the future, next Tuesday, perfect, reach the milestone, continuous. I'm doing it now, I will carry on doing it in future. So here is the timeline to help you understand. Now, and then next Tuesday, our fixed point, and then 20 years work exactly next Tuesday. And there's no reason why we can't continue. So I will have been working here for exactly 20 years next Tuesday. So you can use this for working and living usually. If you want to talk about special anniversaries, try it yourself. So let's have some practice. You're going to test yourself now. All I want you to do is choose the correct sentence out of 3. So, in answer to the question, what are your plans for this evening? I will go to the cinema. I'm going to the cinema. Or I go to the cinema. Which one is correct? That's right. Number 2. I'm going to the cinema. You don't see in this sentence, I think, I don't know, maybe, so you're going to use present continuous. I'm going to the cinema. You're saying it with certainty. It's fixed. What time will the meeting start? What time is the meeting starting? And what time does the meeting start? Which question is correct? 1, 2, or 3? That's right, it's 3. What time does the meeting start? Present simple for the future. Because the meeting is timetabled, it will start with or without you. You can say, what time is the meeting starting? That's okay, but it's probably better to use the present simple in this case, and that shows your respect for the timetable of your colleagues. Next question. I heard on the radio that it will snow tomorrow. I heard on the radio that it's going to snow tomorrow. I heard on the radio that it will be snowing tomorrow. Which one's correct? That's right. Number 2. I heard on the radio that it's going to snow tomorrow. So the present continuous, because the radio has some good idea, some evidence, some solid evidence that it's going to snow. So we don't predict the weather with will. We talk about it with going to, because we've usually got a very firm idea. And we don't use future continuous to talk about weather conditions. Now then, try again. This time you've got to choose the incorrect sentence. So which sentence is wrong? I will be giving my presentation this time tomorrow. I will have been giving my presentation this time tomorrow. I will have given my presentation this time tomorrow. Which one can't you say in English? That's right. Number 2. I will have been giving my presentation this time tomorrow. We can't use future perfect continuous for things that are in the process and haven't reached a special anniversary. But you can say, I will be giving my presentation this time tomorrow. That means this time I will be in the process. I will be standing in front of my audience. And number 3, I will have given my presentation this time tomorrow means that between now and this time tomorrow, my presentation will have been finished. The next one. They will live here 10 years tomorrow. They will have been living here 10 years tomorrow. They will have lived here 10 years tomorrow. Which one can't be used? Correct. Number 1. They will live here 10 years tomorrow. This is a common mistake amongst non-native speakers, but you have to use a perfect or a perfect continuous tense to talk about things that started in the past and continue now. So they will have been living here 10 years tomorrow, future perfect continuous, or they will have lived here 10 years tomorrow, if you're just giving a little bit less emphasis on the process and more on the result. So no difference really between 2 and 3, just one is future perfect continuous, the other is future perfect. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you found it helpful. And if you have any suggestions or questions, as always, please just let me know, either via my website, by email, or on Facebook to contact you, wherever you prefer to hang out. Thanks once again, and I wish you all the best with your English studies.